Hello, it's Mrs Burton and welcome to the third Wellbeing Wednesday of this half term, and we are going to be focusing on community. But first, let's make the sign of the cross together. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And we light our candle to show that Jesus is the light of our world. Let's put our hands together. Loving Father, you hold each of us equally in your love. Let us learn to love our neighbours more deeply, so that we can create peaceful and fair communities. Inspire us to use our creative energies to build the communities we need to overcome the obstacles of tolerance and unfairness. May Jesus provide us the example needed and send the Holy Spirit to warm our hearts for the journey ahead. Amen. So, what does it mean to be part of a community? Well, think about it of people living in the same place, attending the same group, or having the same interests. We are all members of our own family's community and our own school community, and we are also members of the Romero community. But what other communities do you belong to? Do you go to dance lessons or martial arts classes? Do you belong to the Beavers, the Cubs? Do you belong to the Guides or the Brownies? Well, these are all communities where children have very similar interests. You also belong to a street community. Did you go out every Thursday and clap for the NHS? Did you see your street doing the same thing? So the people in your street are a community too. And we really do need to listen to each other. Let's think about the rules that we need to belong to a community so it can be a nice community to live in. Think about being fair to each other, to listen to each other, to respect each other. Think about if you supported a football team, you must respect other fans from another football team. We need to follow the rules to allow each other to have a voice. Even if we disagree, we must listen. Have you ever joined a new community? Think about when you first started school in nursery or reception. Think about if you joined a school, if you were in year 1 or 2 or year 5 or even year 6. How did you feel when you joined the school? What would have been better for you if someone could have helped you? What could they have done for you? Could they have smiled? Said hello? Think about how you'd feel if someone gave you a smile. I'm going to listen to a story now, and this story is called The Bear Who Shared by Duncan Beattie. There once was a bear who liked to stare and stare and stare. Every day Bear emerged from his cave and stared at everything he saw. One morning he stared at a family of ladybugs who were having their breakfast on a small leaf. "Hey, what are you staring at?" squeaked the daddy ladybug. "We're trying to have our breakfast in peace." And with that they scuttled off to find somewhere else to eat. Bear strolled further into the forest and he climbed a big tree. He stared at the birds feeding her chicks in their nest. Can I help you?" asked the bird. Bear did not answer, he just stared. The chicks did not like the bear staring at them. They didn't want him watching while they ate their lunch. "Go on, shoo!" squawked the bird. "Get down on the ground where you belong." Bear climbed down to the forest floor where he spied a badger's burrow. He poked his head into the entrance, and I'm sure you can guess what happened next. "Oi, stop gawking," barked the badger, and he bit poor Bear on his nose. He was really an angry badger. The bear pulled his head from the badger's burrow with a pop and skulked off, rubbing his sore nose. Before long, Bear found a log to sit on by a large green pond. He sat and pondered by the pond. Bear didn't mean to annoy any other animals. He was just naturally curious, but too shy to say anything. "I've seen that look before," said a small, croaky voice coming from the pond. Bear looked down and saw the plump little frog. Bear stared at the frog. The frog stared back with his big, googly eyes. "Not much fun being stared at, is it?" said the frog. "I suppose not," muttered Bear. "It's just that I don't know what to say to anyone, and before I've had the chance to think, it's too late." Bear stared into the water and saw another bear staring back at him with the same wide, curious eyes. He looked just like Bear in every way, but this bear wobbled and was a strange green colour. Then something extraordinary happened. The green bear blinked and his mouth turned into a smile, which turned into a big, happy grin. "You see," said the frog, "sometimes a smile is all you need. I may have big, googly, starey eyes, but I also have the widest smile in the whole forest." Then the frog showed Bear the biggest, widest, happiest smile before diving into the water. As Frog disappeared, so did the wobbly green bear. The next day, Bear trudged out of his cave. He saw the ladybug family enjoying their breakfast on a small leaf. The daddy ladybug was just about to gather their things and leave when Bear said, "Hello," with a big smile on his face. "Oh, hello," replied Daddy Ladybug, and he smiled back. Bear strolled happily onto the forest. Bear made lots of new friends that day, and he did not feel the need to stare, although he did have one new friend who didn't mind Bear staring at him, and he was just as good at staring back. Oh, what a lovely story. Why do you think the other animals were so unfriendly at the beginning? Well, maybe because Bear just stared. He didn't smile. He didn't say hello. He just stared and they thought, "Oh, he's unfriendly." And how did Bear learn to make new friends? Yes, he smiled. Smiled and said hello, and that's all it needs. I'm going to read you a poem. I really love this poem. It's called A Smile. A smile is quite a funny thing. It wrinkles up your face, and when it's gone you'll never find its secret hiding place. But far more wonderful it is to see what smiles can do. You smile at one, he smiles at you, and so one smile makes two. I want you to think about someone who might join your community feeling a bit shy, like Bear in the story. How could you make them feel welcome? I think you know. A smile and say hello and wave. What would you hope for if you joined a new community? Would you want them to smile at you? In the story, the bear saw his reflection in the water and he noticed a wonderful smile. Can you be like Bear today? Try looking in the mirror and noticing how you look when you feel with your best, widest smile. When you've had a good practice, see if you can spread your smile around like we learnt from the poem and make one smile become two or more. Joke of the day. I hope you find it funny. What does a grizzly bear use to catch fish? His bare hands. It's funny. Okay. I'll see you very soon, and I hope you join again for next week's Wellbeing Wednesday Assembly. I'll see you all soon. Bye. Don't forget to smile.